In Order of the Phoenix, Mimbulus Mimbletonia was the plant Neville brought with him on the Hogwarts Express. It was also used as the Gryffindor common room password, one Neville was very happy to remember. Now, in Harry Potter Magic Awakened, Mimbulus Mimbletonia shows up again, this time to squirt stink sap all over your opponents. Let's check out how this card works in this video. Mimbulus Mimbletonia is a summon. You can place it in a small area just a short distance from where you're standing. Once it's summoned, it starts attacking the farthest enemy unit, and it does this at the cost of its own health. When it hits a ground creature, it leaves a little stink sap puddle underneath them that deals extra damage over time. As it loses hit points, it grows. It can grow up to 2 times, and with each growth, it deals more damage, and as a bonus, each growth also gives you back MP. If it gets surrounded by enemy or allied units, it really doesn't care. It stops doing range attacks and switches to a big AoE attack around itself. This still creates a stink sap puddle on the ground units it hits. The AoE attack drains its HP a lot faster, so unless you heal it, it'll go down pretty quickly. So what echoes work best with this card? First up, Neville. He's perfect for keeping your Mimbletonia alive so it can grow and keep dishing out damage. It also works well with Hagrid as long as it's your highest MP summon. Hagrid's healing buff will go straight to it. You can try Ron too. The wand buff increases Mimbletonia's damage, and the shield makes it a bit tankier, plus the night buff can push it forward into enemies for a big AoE hit. And because it costs 6 MP, it also fits into Dumbledore decks nicely. You can run heal spells in your main deck while your Dumbledore Echo gives you extra spells to round things out. For companions, Daniel is a solid pick. He can heal your Mimbletonia. Just keep in mind he does what he wants. You're not exactly the boss of him. Cassandra is great too. She can push back enemies if they try to crowd the Mimbletonia. Just make sure she's close enough to reach it, but not close enough to cause it to stop ranged attacks. Dumbledore is also a strong pick. If your Mimbletonia goes down, whether on purpose or because you were too busy dodging whiz-bangs, his buff can instantly res it. Lastly, Abigail can trap enemies with Incarcerus, so your Mimbletonia hits multiple enemies with its AoE damage and puddles. As for spells and support cards, Episci, Essence of Dittany, and Protego help it stay alive longer, especially when it's doing AoE attacks and burning through its own HP. Incarcerus, Swooping Evil, and Stupefy are great for grouping enemies together to maximize AoE damage. Nebulous can hide your Mimbletonia from targeted attacks or thunderstorms, while it keeps doing its thing. Flipendo is just fun. You can yeet your Mimbletonia into a crowd for AoE mayhem, and if it survives, Carpe Retractum can pull it back to safety so you can reposition it. So when you're summoning Mimbulus Mimbletonia out in the field, you want to make sure it's not surrounded by other units. Otherwise, it'll start performing AoE attacks since it considers everything apart from the summoner an enemy. So, Phoenixes and Murtlaps probably aren't a good idea. Then cast Incarcerus or put Abigail in to group your enemies together so that they share in the AoE damage. Use the Neville Echo, Episci, or Essence of Dittany to heal the Mimbulus Mimbletonia so it can grow and deal even more damage. You can also choose to chuck your Mimbulus Mimbletonia with a Flipendo or Ron Echo in case you need to perform AoE damage to a huge group of enemies. Then, combo that with Incarcerus. So if you want a card that literally sacrifices itself to stick up the battlefield, Mimbulus Mimbletonia is your new best friend. It's weird, it's wild, and it's way more effective than you'd expect if you play it smart. Whether you're using it as a long-range damage dealer or an AoE time bomb, this plant can be a real problem for your opponents. And until next time, fellow mages, see you in the wizarding world.
Sorry, I let you down.
All right, everyone. We're in this together.
Legitimate. I'll patch you up.
Just another example.